من لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله وعلى كريم وصلى الله على الحمد أجمعين ومسيح ومهدي ومجدد لأن مرسلين. Now we will turn to the class.
Shaddah Da Family, and welcome you all to the ATUN-RE OSOICE workshops class. These classes are held every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The purpose of these workshops is to raise one's vibrations, give them the best information, useful information that can change oneself, better oneself, and set one's life in the correct direction. Today, we're with the wonderful and most beautiful Kourtney King, who's going to be talking about, the name of her workshop is going to be, it is Chakras, vibrations, and frequency, how they are connected. So she's going to be sharing in-depth knowledge on that. So we're excited to have her here again. If you have any questions or concerns or comments, please email the office at at contact@osoice.org. Our website is osoice.org. And again, the workshops are held every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. We also have a newcomers class held on every Wednesdays at 9 p.m. I'm Brother Tank. I'm introductory, signing out. We'll pass the mic over to Ms. Kourtney.
Thank you, Tank, so much for that wonderful introduction. I really appreciate that. As Tank said, today I'm going to be discussing the connection between frequency and vibrations and also your chakras. So today's lesson, as I said, is about frequency, energy, vibration, and of course how they're connected to our chakras. So Nikola Tesla, he said that if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And that is a very true statement, because that is how the whole universe that we perceive with our two flesh eyes in front of us, that's how everything comes into being, through frequency, vibration. That's how we can see the different light spectrums. That's how we can hear the sounds in this environment, because of frequency and vibrations. Now, what are frequency and vibrations? Frequency is the rate at which a vibration occurs, and that makes a sound wave, and it can come in different patterns. So you can have sound waves, you can have an electromagnetic field, which is like radio waves and light waves, and all the frequency is measured in hertz, a unit called hertz. Some of these frequencies can not be heard by the naked ear, meaning that even though the tone is in the air in our range of hearing, we might not be able to hear it specifically with our naked ear, but it can be picked up subliminally. So that's why a lot of people, sometimes hidden messages or whatever, like they say, sometimes can be found in music. Certain frequencies can be used for subliminal suggestions, okay? So hold on to that part about the hertz. Okay, what is vibration? Vibration refers to the oscillating or vibrating movement of atoms and particles caused by energy. So if you've ever been in a car that had loud music, they had it souped up with all the bass. If you've ever been in a loud car, turn the music all the way up, you can feel the bass vibrations, right? And that's why a lot of melanated people love music. We like the sound of the drum, because that's a percussion instrument, and it just speaks to our soul. It actually comes in contact with our physical body, and we can feel it. That's why we like drums. That's why we like live bands, live music. That's why we like to put music in our cars, because we like to feel the music. We don't just listen to the music. We feel the music through the vibration, okay? All humans and objects have an energy field that has its very own vibrational frequency. So this is equivalent to all of us having our very own personal radio station frequency and vibratory patterns. All right. So as I just said, sound vibrations come in contact physically through the body, and they influence our consciousness at the mental, emotional, and spiritual levels. Okay. So your body picking up on different energy waves and sound waves and vibrations, those things can have either a positive or a negative effect on your physical body, your mental, and your conscious level. Okay, so if you I have a chart up. I don't know how many of you guys are actually online, but I have a chart up, and it's showing that the human heart has a magnetic field that can be measured several feet away from your body. So like I said, we all are like a walking radio transistor and receiver. We're sending out vibrations, vibratory patterns, and we're also receiving those patterns back and from different things around us. Okay, positive emotions can increase the brain's ability to make good decisions. Negative emotions can create nervous system chaos, but positive emotions do the opposite. So that's like, let's say if you're sick, let's say you have two people that are sick. One person is like a negative type person. They just don't want to find anything positive or whatever in the way that they're feeling. They don't find anything positive with the treatment they're receiving from the doctors. They just having a whole bad experience because they're thinking it. And even though it may not be the ideal situation, nobody wants to be ill or sick or going through surgery or chemo or whatever may be ailing you. But you could have another person that could be, just say a chemo patient, they're going in for treatments. They're receiving the same treatment as the other person who has a negative outlook. But because this person is going into it strong will, strong mind, and even though their body might be weak, they have a quicker recovery time because of the fact that they are looking at it from a positive perspective and they're not allowing negative emotions to further damage their immune system, their nervous system, or their thought process. Okay. This can also be, I guess, applied to what's going on now that we see in the world with the COVID-19. There's a lot of people who are afraid of, what they're hearing in the news as far as about that disease. They're scared of catching it. They go above and beyond. They're like real extra with everything, thinking that any little thing is going to give them COVID-19, when in all actuality, the frequency and them vibrating on that level is going to make them sick, because for one, they're believing it in their mind and they're making it real. For two, when you worry and when you're scared, that weakens your immune system and that weakens your ability to fight off any type of disease or illnesses. So by them just focusing on it so much, they are going to get sick. They might not get COVID. They might just have the regular flu. But because they're so focused on it, they're going to think that they have the coronavirus. So this is really important, because we have to remember that our thoughts are things, and we have to really, we have to constantly make sure that we have positive emotions and positive vibrations, because that's what not only keeps us feeling good, but it also does keep us healthy as well, healthy physically and mentally. All right. So the ways that we can raise our vibration, some of the ways that we can is by becoming conscious of our thoughts. Like I just said, everything that you think, say, or feel becomes your reality. Okay, so you have to remember to use positive affirmations. Finding something beautiful and appreciating it. That means like going out into nature. That means just anything that you find beautiful. It could be walking on the beach, looking at a sunset, anything that you find beautiful. It could be your child. It could be anything that you find beautiful. You always have to show gratitude and appreciation. Be conscious of the foods that you eat. So the foods that we eat, everything that you eat has its own frequency vibration. So high vibrational foods, of course, are considered natural foods that come from nature and the earth, like fruits and vegetables, berries, nuts, anything like that. Of course, your water. But you also have to make sure that you're balanced in your diet, because you make anything that you eat, your body is receiving information from that food. So you just have to be conscious of what you eat. I'm not telling you to be a vegan or stop eating meat or none of that kind of stuff. Just be conscious of what you eat and make sure you have a balanced diet that does include, you know, the natural foods like the fruits and vegetables, berries and nuts, okay? All right, meditation is also good for raising your vibration. Just like I said, always showing gratitude, performing acts of kindness, and also exercise is another great way to improve or raise your vibration. The positive affirmations, those are things that you do during your meditation time. It could be when you first wake up in the morning. Thank you for another day. You know, I'm powerful, I'm strong, I'm beautiful, I'm a winner. Whatever you choose to say in your affirmations, just make sure that they are strong, positive affirmations that can help you with your intentions and for how you want to manifest things, positive things into your life, okay? So remember when we talked earlier about the frequency, the hertz being measured, the units of frequencies being measured in hertz. So another good way to raise your vibration, you can go on YouTube or Google it, healing frequencies, and you can listen to music that is geared specifically towards, they play certain levels or tones or hertz in those musics that can help you to just align your chakras and make sure that you're fine tuning your body. Okay. So why is all of that important? The frequency, the vibration, and the energy. That's important because everything in life is vibration. Sound is a vibration, and so are your thoughts. Everything that manifests itself in your life is there because it matches the vibration from your thoughts. Your thoughts become things. We each have our own vibrational frequencies and we vibrate at our own rate. All bodies radiate those vibrations with which the body, controls itself in mental and physical. And such radiation is called the aura. So the electromagnetic field that your heart is radiating is your aura. That is your vibe. That is how, like, when you meet somebody new for the first time, you never met this person before, and somebody's like, hey, this so-and-so, and you give them a handshake. And sometimes you feel in your stomach, like, I don't know what it is about this person, but I don't get a good vibe from them. That's because you felt their aura. Some people have bright auras, some people have dark auras, you know, some people have confused auras. I don't know, but when you pick up on that, that's your intuition, your gut instinct telling you something. Okay? So now I want to get into how the frequency, energy, and vibrations that we have in our body, our personal radio stations, our personal vibratory fingerprints, how those connect to our chakras in the human body. Okay? So we have 7 chakras in this realm. I've been doing some research, and there are actually other chakras in different realms, but I'm not going to get into that because we right now are in our physical body on Earth. So we have 7 chakras. The chakras are considered to be gateways for receiving and transmitting subtle energies. Chakras are the circular vortexes of energy that are placed in several different points on the spinal column. Okay? And all 7 chakras are connected to various organs and glands within the body. Now, these chakras are responsible for distributing the life energy, which is also known as the chi or the prana. Chakras are areas of energy in the body that run from the base of your spine, which is the kundalini, and to the top of your head, which is the crown. Okay. So all the chakras have corresponding colors and symbols that go with them. And then the Sanskrit word chakra means a wheel, and that refers to the spinning energy in each of the chakras. Okay. So I'm going to start at the root chakra, and I'm just going to briefly go over each one and the attributes of each one. So the root chakra, its color is red, and it's at the base of your spine. Now, the root chakra, it represents safety, security, stability, and foundation. I guess like when you feel rooted and you have a good foundation, that your root chakra is in alignment, it's in good balance. How you can know if it's imbalanced is if you have scattered energies, anxiety, and fear. Okay. The next one is the sacral chakra, and that color is associated with orange. It's below the navel in your body, and it represents creativity and sexual energies. Okay, so you'll know that you have an imbalance in your sacral chakra if you have a lack of or repressed creativity, sexual dysfunction, you're withholding intimacy, and emotional isolation. Okay, so when you feel imbalanced in any one of those areas, or if you're experiencing any of that, that means that your sacral chakra is out of balance. Okay, so next is the solar plexus. That one is yellow. It's below the chest, and that represents self-esteem, pleasure, willpower, and personal responsibility. Now, the way that you can know that you're imbalanced in that area is if you have low self-esteem, if you have control issues. Somebody had a question? Okay, if you...
Can you please mute your phones, please? Newcomers come on the class. We got about 10 people on the call.
Okay. All right, I'll continue. So if you have an imbalance in your solar plexus, that means you have low self-esteem, control issues, you have manipulative tendencies, and misuse of power. Okay, those are the signs that you have an imbalance in your solar plexus. All right, next is the heart chakra. The heart chakra is represented by green, and of course, it's in the center of our chest. Now, the heart chakra represents love, self-love, and it governs our relationships. The way to know that you have an imbalance in your heart chakra is when you experience depression, when you have difficulties in your relationships, and when you have a lack of self-discipline. So anytime that you're feeling any of those things, that means your heart chakra is out of alignment. All right, next we have the throat chakra, which is the fifth chakra. And this one is blue. It's represented by the color blue. Okay, it's in the center of your neck, or you might as well say your throat. Okay, so this one represents the ability to speak and communicate clearly and effectively. And I know my throat chakra has been blocked on many occasions, but I appreciate this platform because it's giving me the opportunity to balance that out, because now I'm working on my ability to speak and communicate clearly and effective. So, you know, doing exercises like this is really helping to open my throat chakra and express myself more. Now, I knew that I was imbalanced because I've experienced some of these symptoms that I'm gonna read out. So you have an imbalance in your throat chakra if you experience shyness, being withdrawn, arrogance, and increased anxiety. So I know I dealt with shyness, being withdrawn. I'm like a real introvert, but I'm getting better with that. I'm not arrogant, but I suffer from anxiety sometimes, but I'm getting a handle on that. So that lets me know that I'm clearing my throat chakra and I'm balancing it out. So that's why I like this chart, because it's a good point of reference. When you're experiencing different things in your life, you can go back and look at these different chakras and relate it to points in your life. And when you go and really, there are certain people that actually, I don't know if they're called masseuses, like massage therapists, but there are certain people that do work where they, I don't know if they're considered healers, but they actually work on balancing your chakras for you and aligning them for you. So that's something else I thought was interesting. All right, so I'm going to move on to the sixth chakra, which is the third eye chakra. This one is represented by the color indigo. And this one is located in the center of your forehead between your eyebrows. It's basically your third eye. Okay, so this one represents intuition, foresight, and it is driven by openness and imagination. Now, the way to know that you have an imbalance in your third eye chakra is if you have a lack of direction and a lack of clarity. And I can attest to that. So I definitely know what that feels like to have a blocked sixth chakra, the third eye chakra. Okay, so the last one is the crown chakra, the seventh chakra. That's located at the top of your head, of course, where you would place a crown. Okay, so this represents states of higher consciousness and a divine connection. The way to know that you're imbalanced in your crown chakra is cynicism, disregarding what is sacred, closed-mindedness, and a disconnection with spirit. And this one is violet or purple. So those are the seven chakras and the different things that they represent, and also the attributes of how you can tell personally by self-evaluation if you have an imbalance in your alignment or your chakras. So think of the body, the body is a vehicle, it is a car. So when you have a car, think about your tires. When your tires are jacked up, you know you need an alignment. You know you need to get your tires balanced, but you keep riding on these jacked up tires, you have a bumpy ride. And it's the same thing with your chakras. When your chakras are imbalanced and they're not in alignment, your life is going to be a bumpy ride. So when you go take yourself, your car, to get your personal vehicle, your body to get tuned up, you got to tune up each and every one of these chakras and make sure that they are aligned and balanced. And that'll give you a smoother ride throughout life. And I like the way that they're all connected to different aspects of our lives, of our personalities, like the creativity. We even have one for sexual energy. We have one for communication. We also have one for intuition. You know what I'm saying? So all of these things, and we have another one for higher consciousness and divine connection. And the Creator placed all of these within us for a reason, okay? And all of these go back to the energy, the vibration, and the frequencies that we surround ourselves with. Because when you allow certain frequencies and energies and vibrations into your electromagnetic field, or within close enough to you to feel your aura, that can affect you in either a negative or a positive way. Okay, do I have any questions?
Yeah, so you saying your creativity is connected to your sexual drive energy? So the more creative you are, the more sexual you are?
No, I wasn't saying that. I was saying that each chakra has its own set of attributes that it connects to. So the sexuality is related to the sacral chakra or the sacral chakra. Your creativity is associated with your throat chakra. So those are two different regions and two different chakras. So when you're trying to focus on Your pleasure, desire, that's your sacral chakra. When you're working on your creativity, that's coming from your throat chakra and also from your third eye chakra, because that deals also with the imagination.
Thank you. Interesting.
Did I clarify?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, excuse me.
Yes.
Excuse me. Yeah, this is Wadet. All right. Now, when you mentioned about chakras and how they're connected to actions and desires, can a person use those things to help them get better at what it is, what they're talented at?
Of course. Yeah.
For example, that someone taking the desire of, say, a bad habit that they had, and channeling that energy to a constructive activity that contributes to them getting better at having a better character, for communicating to people, kind of like when you're a customer service agent and you don't get upset, you focus on smiling, so you're able to not only win a customer over, but also to be able to leave your own what you're upset about during the day, outside of the job, to use that energy to leave that there. So what I'm saying is basically being able to, when you're like, dag, how I'm feeling before I came to work is starting to creep in. That hits an energy chakra whenever you're aware of what each of them mean. And then being like, well, you know what? I need to channel my energy to benefit this chakra today for my duties and responsibilities. So I'm doing what I need. I'm doing my job today.
Okay. All right.
And that way, yeah.
Okay, I understand your question. It sounds a little bit to me like you are, I don't want to say confusing, but it sounds like you're thinking that chakras and emotions are the same thing, but they are not. However, you can tune, like I just said, you can fine tune and align and properly balance your chakras in any of those areas that will allow you to be better, like you said, at customer service. So that would be more so like communication. So that would be dealing with your throat chakra. That way you could focus directly on that. And as far as you not allowing work-related things or personal life to interfere, and vice versa with job and home, work life, the balance of that would probably be your crown chakra, where your third eye, you're trying to gain foresight into a situation, and you're searching for an answer and a way to make yourself a better individual and to come out on top of the situation. So I don't know if you're on your computer and you can see this chart I have up, but if you're not, you can Google it, the 7 chakras. And the thing that I like about this chart that I'm looking at is just like I read off each, what the chakras represent and how to know when they're out of balance. Let's just take, for example, the third eye. So if it says it's imbalance if you have a lack of direction and a lack of clarity. So let's just say going into work, if you feel like you can't focus, that means that you have a lack of clarity. So you would know, according to the chart, hey, I need to tune up my third eye chakra, my sixth chakra. So that's how you can utilize the chakras to get checks on your emotions, because those are two different things, or two different qualities of the human body.
Yes.
Did that kind of clarify?
Oh yeah, yeah. Yes, because
Mhm.
it was definitely touching on the fact that that emotions that emotions can be used to tune up or tune down your chakras.
Right. Yeah. And let's say, for example, like if you wanted to, like you said, you want to know how to use the chakras for self-improvement. Like I said, pull up the chart that tells you what each chakra does, what it's for. And just say, for example, creativity. Say you do music. Say you write songs or something like that, or you play an instrument. And say you have like writer's block, or you have like a a point in your creativity where you can't come up with nothing. You're like, man, I can't write a new song to save my life, or everything I've been coming up with lately is trash. So when you look at the chart, it's gonna say a lack of or repressed creativity is associated with the sacral chakra. So you would then or look up ways that you can fine tune that chakra. And also, what I forgot to mention, all chakras are associated. Each one has a different list of like crystals or stones or earth. Uh, what do you call it? I don't want to say rocks, but like minerals from the earth. So they each have their own like crystals. So if you do want to fine tune your chakra, a good thing to do is find out what crystal energy is associated with that chakra and use that in your meditation, use it in setting your intentions and doing your affirmations and things like that. And that will also aid in fine tuning all of your chakras.
Comprehended.
Okay, good, good.
Thank you.
No problem.
Cool. Hold
Okay.
this tank right quick. I just want to see, can you help clarify? But you know, like how you will have like a muse, or you know, like you may be writing a song, and you got like inspiration in the room, like you in the studio, and you may got like the opposite sex in the room, and they kind of creating a vibe. You know, it's like
Mhm.
beautiful people around, you know, or you know, good energy. You see, and it kind
Mhm.
of help you kind of like with your muse and your creativity, and it kind of helps us to come out. You know, so it's
Right.
like that correlate like what you got going on in the room, the energy, you know, like the people, the muses, is like it's turning up a certain energy inside of you, your sexual energy. Therefore, it's kind of like adding to the creativity.
Right. That's
Cause
true.
I always feel like with certain people around, certain energy around, I work better. The other energy is like I can't come up with a thought to save my life. You know, it's like So everybody think it's like work, 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 and like you gotta just like figure it out and work. But the mood got to be right, like your energy got to be right. And it's I figure like like I don't know, I go ahead and say it like the more sexual I am, the more creative I am. It's very weird, you know. It's like it's odd, but it's like almost as if they go together. It's like when I'm creating, it's like I'm just very like aroused to a degree. You know, it's just very. I always thought it was awkward, but it was like. But then as I got older, I said it's just a part of it. So it's like you saying that they're connected. It's like they're one. I always thought it was like most Americans and like most people they think that like because you get a sexual attraction to a woman, they think you're a devil or something. Or like, hey, you're not allowed to be horny. You know, you can't do that. But it's like with me, my creativity is be like, whoa, all day long. It's like, what the freak is going on? But it's like I enjoy creating and like building. It's like it's very natural to me, and it's very like normal.
Yeah. Sexual energy is very powerful, man, and it can be used in a lot of different ways. And I'm still in the midst of researching it, but there's this thing called no fap, or no releasing of your sexual energy, if you get what I'm saying. So,
Oh, that's what I be. Oh, like with even with the men perspective, because we're not supposed to release. That's not good for it. So
mhm,
you can build it up, and you can
yeah.
hold it within, and like you can
Hmm.
make it stronger. So like when you do that, it magnifies it. Correct?
Right, right, yeah. So, okay, so let me touch on what you said at first. At first, you was like the muses when they're around, the creative energy flows and all of that. That goes back to what I was saying about your heart electromagnetic field that it created around you, which makes up your aura. That's a part of your aura. So the muse, if you're working with somebody and you guys working great together, they helping you be creative, that is a good aura. That person has a good aura and they're enhancing your creativity, your level of creativity. Okay, just by them bringing in positive energy and creative energy, right? Okay, let me go back to this other slide. So your sexual energy, that's related to the sacral chakra, right? And it does say creative and sexual energies are represented by that same one. So yeah, they are connected. They are tied together in that same chakra. Okay. So that would be, and like I was saying, when you hold on to that, and that's close to your Kundalini energy, when you hold on to that, that's when you're using that for a positive outcome. And that's when you can harness that power in a different way. Instead of harnessing that power for sexual release, you're
You can
harnessing
challenge.
it for a, yeah, exactly. You're channeling it for a creative expression, which is just as beautiful or even more. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they are connected.
Well, I just want to add, because like Fela Kuti is my favorite artist, and he's made some of the most profound music ever on the planet. James Brown used to study him, and like James Brown's the greatest who ever did it. He's period. So, but Fela Kuti out of Nigeria, but he had a shrine or a mansion where he had like he had 27 wives, but it wasn't like they were like his role wives as in part of the show. But all day long they made music. All they did was make music in this. It's a big mansion. They did music all day long. But it's some of the best music ever made. Period. And like he's still being studied to today. And even to today in Nigeria, you can go to his house and they have like it's like a club now. You can go there and you can get inspired. But this whole my point of it is that he had creativity around him all the time. Good energy, like good people. You know what I'm saying? Had that flow going. Because he's making some of the best music in the world, and it's to this day, it's like some of the best ever, but he always had it going on. So I'm big on that. Cause I'm always like looking for creativity and my energy around me. And it's always like like the sexual part and the creative part was always like tied real close together to me. And I always thought that like, why is that? I always thought it was like the devil. Or a lot of us see that the devil trying to come in and like the devil trying to make you like go look at a woman. Like, but no, it's like you're being aroused because it's like creativity is also becoming horny. You see, but yeah, we got to channel that energy. You see what I'm saying? Like that's why I tell like well, I don't know how we get on this subject, but this is I got to share with the family. You know, it just we got to
Excuse
because like you
me.
got y'all got to let y'all boys know like you have like teenage boys to hold that energy in because like with masturbation and stuff like that a lot of young boys do. They waste a lot of their energy. It's like you just they think they just doing something, but no, like you should hold on to that energy and harness it. You shouldn't just be doing it to be doing it. And like, cause it ties into everything. But a lot of times we see it as like something evil or wrong. We get creative, but that's not what it is. Or they say you got to focus more. They be like you got to focus and pay attention more. No, I need more creative energy around me so I can enhance this. We a whole different being. They cut out all that around us. They put us in these square ass classrooms, boring ass environments, expect you to come up with some shit. You let fucking you bored in your environment. Like I'm bored. Like this is depressing. I don't want to think right now. I'm ready to get up out of here. But it's like they force you to to think. But I don't want to like take over you. I love this though. This is good energy. Thank you for the sharing. This is helpful. Thank you, Miss
You
Kourtney.
welcome. Yeah, no, I like when you guys chime in. But you're absolutely right. And that's why I'm trying to, on my platform, I want to bring awareness to things about our bodies that we don't know, or we haven't fully been aware of, or we have been made to feel like it is something bad or something evil. Because I know like a lot of religious people don't recognize chakras. They don't want to talk about that because they feel like it's, you know, it's demonized. Um, but this is something that the Creator gave us, and it's something that we need to know about, because if I would have known about this when I was a teenager or younger, man, my life would have went a whole lot easier. But now that I'm learning this stuff, and I can see how it affects my life, like I was telling you guys earlier, like the solar plexus dealt with low self-esteem. I dealt with that. I dealt with depression, difficulty in relationships, lack of self-discipline, shyness, like all of these things I have at one point or another in life experience, like I'm sure a lot of you guys have. But when you don't know where the root of it is and how to fix it, it's going to continue to be a problem. So that's why I love coming on here and sharing this information, because this can improve your life at the basic level, just your personal life. And in turn, that will make you a better person. And you know what I'm saying? It'll all the way around, it's a balance. So we have to learn how all of these energies within us are connected, and how the energies that we're putting out into the world and receiving in from the world is affecting us, because everything we listen to, everything we see is going into our body through our eyes, our ears. So we have to know how to pick up on those energies, pick up on those frequencies, and we have to learn how to tune all of these chakras, tune our personal vibration, and make sure that we're picking up on positive things, make sure that we're picking up on things that are going to help our people, help improve ourselves, help improve our families. So when we know what each one of these chakras are, where they're located in our bodies, for one, we don't even know what we can do with them, because we haven't been using them all our life. But once we start learning about them, we start meditating, we start, I've heard people say that they can feel, once you get to a certain level in your meditation, you can feel these energies in your body. You can feel your kundalini, you can feel your crown chakra, you can open your third eye, certain things like that. So I consider myself as a baby, like an infant, learning how to walk, talk, how to eat, how to do everything for the first time. Because when we tap into all of these extra powers that we have that we haven't been using, it's going to only make us greater.
Yeah, I just wanted to add something to that, because I was reading the Man from the Planet Risk, and you was talking about vibrations earlier, and what we vibrating at a certain rate, and we are supposed to coincide or vibrate with the tone of the earth. And the earth biorhythms is rated at 8. Right? That's like the note C on the piano. Okay, and that when they used to play music, because I've seen how music has changed since I was a child, and coming through the 60s, even the 50s, you know, you could recognize when it was called music, because music is played with musical instruments. So if you got, and I call it sounds or noise, and people are singing or rapping to it, that's not music. Okay, it's just someone making music with either singing. That part of it is music, because you can make music, you know, with your voice. But the rest of it, that's not music. And it vibrates at a much higher rate, because that vibrates on the tone of C, which vibrates at 440 hertz. Okay, and this has the effect of the human body like a microwave. And what it does, it affects your nervous system. Okay, and that's why you see kids acting the way they do. You know, children acting the way they do. I'm talking about adolescents and even older, in their 20s. They listen to that sound or noise, and they think that's hot, because they don't know anything. They don't know about music. Like I said, music is played with musical instruments. Okay, and I've seen the music change from music to what you call it now. You know, they call it soul music because it coincides with your soul. It made you feel good. You know, and you know what you were saying earlier about making you feel good. You know, and that's a valid point. And as far as the chakras is concerned, we need to learn visualization meditation. What I mean by that is you have to visualize in your mind's eye of the green light coming down through the top of your crown, by illuminating the top of your crown. You have to visualize all of this when you meditate. You have to visualize the brow seat, which is the third eye, the throat seat, the heart seat, the solar flex, the abdomen, and the coccyx. You have to visualize all of that all at once, and you have to visualize each seat illuminating to however you can formulate in your mind how it's vibrating. But first, we need to learn how to create the balance. So this is what the master teacher said. We need to learn how to balance the chakras because we are out of balance. One of the techniques he told us was to learn how to breathe. Now, this may sound crazy, but it does work. You breathe in your right nostril and out of your left nostril. I know that sounds crazy, but it's not, because if you practice, you can do this. You see, so that's one, and another one is a breathing exercise. You don't breathe from your chest. You breathe from your solar plex. The only thing that should be moving is your abdomen or your stomach region. You know, that's the only thing that should be moving. You take a deep breath. That's the only thing that should be moving, not your chest, because that's not actual deep breathing. Deep breathing comes down from the abdomen, you know, and that's how you fill your lungs. Because I noticed that we all have a bad habit of just breathing from the chest. You know, it doesn't work like that, you know. But that's visualization meditation. We have to learn that and use control this with the mind. Because one thing, when you said about recognizing the vibration that comes to you throughout the day. Now, listen to the noise or the sounds. That allows for different things to enter in your body. Okay, I'm talking about walk-ins and things like that. You know, you're doing things and saying things that you really don't want to say, because and then you wonder, so why am I doing this? You may have been watching TV or a movie on TV, or you just came from the movies and they got that playing loud, and it's not playing at our biorhythmic tonation. It's not vibrating like that. It's vibrating at a faster rate. You ever notice when you come out of a movie that you happen to like, you notice that the jittery type feeling you have throughout your entire body? Well, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's not our rhythm, okay? And we need to grab a hold of that and control that with the mind. You know, the most powerful thing, you got is your mind, and you can control all of it. But it's about visualization, meditation. And we have to learn how to do all those things all at once in your mind, in your mind's eye. I visualize all of that, because all the energy is coming down from the cosmos and come down through your crown, and it goes out through your feet, okay? And that's why we need to make a connection back with the earth again, because at one time in my life, shoes used to be made out of, the soles of shoes used to be made out of hide, the animal's hide, so you made a connection with the earth. Now that everything is rubber, okay? So they insulated you from making a connection to the earth. That was done purposely because they know who you are. They don't want you to make connection with the earth, because that'll lead you back to who you are. You are the inhabitants or the original people of this planet. They know that. Just a lot of us don't know. And it's just disheartening a lot of times to talk to, like you said, religious people, because they are afraid to even shut up for a moment and just listen. Okay, because what's that?
I was saying they're afraid to tap in to themselves.
Yeah, exactly. And no matter how hard we try, you know, because I've done it, you know, you just got to walk away. And it's like, you know, I feel defeated a lot of times, you know, but I've done my job. I've done what I was supposed to do, you know, and that's all that is required. And I'm just hoping and praying that they get it. Because, you know, nobody wants to be anchored here, not in this kind of situation. You know, because when the Earth or the universe finally shifts into the fifth dimension, vibrating realm, you know, we have to be vibrating at that rate in order to be able to survive that. Because everybody that's doing these other things contrary to making the connection with the Earth, and vibrating to the point to where, you know, you can live in that next dimension because of the shift. You know, if you don't do that, then, you know, your butt is out. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a good thing we have this time now, and we can practice these things, you know, and because I've heard the master teacher say these things numerous of times, you know, and those seem to be some of the most important things. You know, we start these little things like this because everybody look at that. Oh, that's very interesting. You know, and it's really they don't take that into consideration. These small things like this is very important because it's about you raising that conscious level, the conscious level as well as the vibrational level of your entire body. You know, so you can fit into that fifth dimension. You know, so I just wanted to add to that. You know, and you know, I appreciate you bringing up this topic because, you know, these are things that, we actually need to look at and, practice ourselves because, if we don't do this, then how are we going to, be able to tell people how and what to do? You know, if we don't know how and what to do, it's one thing to talk about them, but you got to, go back to the specific, the intricacies of, knowing this. Okay, then what you do with them? What do I have to do with them? You know what I'm saying? So you have to have all the answers ready for these people if they do ask. Because I'm not going to volunteer information a lot of times to people that don't ask the question because it's like feeding a baby. If you feed a baby too much, you're going to throw it up. And that's what happens a lot of times, especially when I'm talking to, family members. I told a family member, that, your true family don't necessarily have to be your blood family. Okay. And he didn't understand what that meant. I mean, it's real simple. I know y'all understand what that means. Okay. Because y'all are my true family. Birds of a feather flock together all day long. Right.
Oh. Yep.
So, I mean, that's the only family I know right now because I get all kind of shitted on by my so-called blood family. You know, I don't see none of y'all doing that to me. Y'all are kind. You treat me like a brother or an old uncle or whatever. I don't know, whatever you want to call me. You know, I feel at home here. You know what I'm saying? And I don't get ridiculed or anything like that. You know, if I step by a line of somebody, I hope somebody tell me, hey, man, you shut up. You know, listen, this is how I go. If I'm saying something incorrect, I hope somebody would let me know because I don't know everything. I don't know nothing actually, but I just felt like I had to throw that part in to add on to what you were teaching. And I appreciate what you've done. Thank you.
Most definitely, Elder. I appreciate you. And you're absolutely right with everything that you said. I'm glad you chimed in because I love when you come on and speak because you give a different perspective to everybody. And I always learn something when you do bless us with your voice and let us know, how you're viewing things. And I loved everything you just said. So you made a few points that I'm gonna touch back on. I'm gonna piggyback on. So you were talking about the high frequency of the music of today, and how it has a negative effect. So you're absolutely right. Music has been weaponized against the people that can really pick up on those frequencies and those vibrations. I don't know, have anybody ever just noticed how we as melanated people just naturally have rhythm? Not saying that all of us can dance like really good, but we have some type of rhythm. That's because, like I said, we feel the vibrations, you know what I'm saying? And it does something to us. we can feel it. Okay, the music has been changed. The music doesn't have the same feel or vibe like it used to have, even back in the 90s, back in the 80s, 70s, 60s, whatever. The 2000 music is, most of it is straight garbage and trash. One thing, and one thing I love about, I'm a music lover, right? And music is, if it's a classic song, there's what I call a perfect song, okay? That means that the beat was perfect, the person singing or rapping on it was perfect, and every word was in the right place, every note hit right where it was supposed to hit. That's to me called a perfect song. That don't come along too often, okay? There's a lot of good songs, but there ain't too many perfect songs, right? So to me, I consider perfect music coming from like a person like Bob Marley. This man wrote these songs decades ago. But if you listen to any Bob Marley song right now, today in 2020, it's still relevant to what we going through today. You can relate what he's saying, whether
He
it's a
was
love
heaven sent.
song, right? Whether it's a love song, or there's one of his, get up, stand up. You can listen to any Bob Marley song today and it's still relevant and it still moves people. Okay. So that's what I'm calling like a perfect song. Like, it's just like no other way. If anybody else would have sung it, it ain't gonna sound the same. And those frequency vibrations, I think that's why Bob Marley, they say he died of cancer. I think he was assassinated because he was waking people up back then. The songs he was singing, he was talking about the stuff in a different way that was simple for people to understand. He was talking about lively up yourself, Rastaman, natural mystic in the air. He was talking code for us today to know that, hey, there's frequencies and vibrations and stuff that you need to know about. There's things within your body that your chakras that you need to tap into. He was speaking the code. But if you listen to his songs now today, you can go back and decipher what he was saying. And that's what made him so powerful. And that's why I believe he was targeted. But that's a whole nother that's a whole nother session. Another thing you said, Elder, you said that the earth has its own frequency, and you're absolutely right. The earth is vibrating at its own frequency. And another thing you said was about the shoes and everything. So grounding is a practice where you take off your shoes and you walk barefoot against the earth, either the sand, the dirt, or the grass. That is connecting you to the earth vibration. And that is like getting you aligned with your self purpose and connecting you back to nature. So that was another good point you made. And just how we have to be aware and careful, because we can see how the music affects the younger generation. And they don't, not necessarily all of them, but a lot of them don't know this information because they don't teach this stuff in school. This is what our kids need to be learning about their body. They don't need to be learning nothing else that those people are teaching them in them school. I'm kind of glad. I don't know if anybody got young kids. If y'all do, I'm sorry. But I'm kind of glad that the schools are shut down right now because they were straight trash. They don't teach the kids what they need to know about their real body and their real self. They don't. So this is why I'm setting up this, workshop and others like it to inform, people of the things that they need to know about their bodies, themselves, your spirit, everything, your soul. All of that stuff is interconnected, and it's very important for us to get back on track to teach our kids these things. Because if, like I said, if I would have known this stuff when I was younger, I would have been a bad shut your mouth. I'm telling you. But hey, I'm gonna use it now.
That's right.
Hoa, hoa.
So that's all for me, guys, for today. I'm gonna end it right here. I'm gonna leave y'all with some homework. I know y'all gonna hate me, but I'm giving out homework. It's not a written assignment or anything like that. It's just something that I want everybody that's on the line right now to do. The amount of time that you spend doing this exercise is up to you. It could be 30 seconds, it could be a minute, 5 minutes, 10, 30 minutes, an hour. I don't care. But I want everybody that's on the line right now to this week, by no later than Sunday of this week, to do a meditation. and an affirmation. Okay, that means, like the elder was saying, practicing your breathing, slowing your heart rate, focusing on your chakras. If you got to research and print out the chart so you'll know which chakras you need to focus on, that's what I want you guys to do this week. Everybody do a short meditation, get you some good affirmations, either write them down or, if you already have some that you like, that you can repeat to yourself. That's what I want everybody to take from this class today, is the meditation, affirmations, and researching your chakras and knowing how you can fine tune, give yourself a tune up, give yourself an alignment like you would take your car in to get fixed. We got to start taking care of ourselves and showing self-love to ourselves, because if we're not, like if you're in a plane and the plane going down, they say put your face mask on before you help anybody else. So that's what we got to start doing. We have to take care of us, and then our aura, our energy will radiate outwards to our family, our close immediate family, and our friends and the world around us. So that's what I want everybody to take from this lesson today. Let me know if you guys have any more questions.
Yes, I'm being the student that's distracted right now. What was the homework assignment again? It just went over my.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you
One
already
more time.
you getting 10 points off. No, I'm just playing.
It's like when they homework, my brain just shut off. Like homework, hold on, I gotta cut my brain off. It feel like so natural, like in school, like what?
So, like I said, I didn't want it to be anything that you guys, it's not anything written. The homework is simply taking time for yourself sometime this week before we meet again. I said by Sunday, but before we come back, either Thursday or next Tuesday, do a brief meditation or however long you feel like you can do it. If you can focus for 30 seconds, a minute, boom. 5 minutes, okay, 10, 15, 30 minutes, whatever you're comfortable doing, do a meditation. And like the elder was saying, practice your breathing. If you need to research ways to meditate, do that. Use that, and then just try some breathing exercises, and also do your affirmations, which is just positive affirmations that you might like. Example of a positive affirmation, one that I like to say to myself often is, supernatural success follows me. That's one of my favorite affirmations. Another one is, I know that my spirit guides and angels and ancestors are protecting me and my loved ones. So whatever whatever affirmations that you want to have for yourself, you can either repeat them during your meditation, or you can just do your meditation and do your affirmations every day when you wake up. But that's the homework. Just do a meditation and make sure you got some good affirmations. When we come back next class, maybe we can all share one of our favorite affirmations with each other and experiences from our meditation. Got it, Tank?
Yep, I got it. Thank you for resharing.
I see you got a problem, child.
Hey, this moves to can I add something to what I to kind of piggyback. Chief, he gave us a daily affirmation. A daily meditation exercise, visualization exercise, and it also incorporates natural good songs to basically kind of pick up on just kind of take us way back, like the elder was talking about. I know I spoke about this maybe a few classes ago, and I totally forgot to add that to the WhatsApp. Tank, do you have a copy of that daily affirmation that he had us doing? At the beginning of sunrise, when it's kind of right before the sun comes up. Do you still have a copy of that?
Nuh-uh. I can nuh-uh.
Well, I'll reach out. I think I'll reach out to someone. I'll find it and I'll post it. And then another thing I want to add too. Like I said, I put the Mind Book on the app, and that goes hand in hand with the chakras to be able to focus your thoughts. Definitely some great techniques to bring your thoughts into focus and be able to, really meditate and, centralize your thoughts. And like I was also adding, I was going to put the potential, because those two books work together, and there's some great information in there that will, how can I say, raise your vibrations, and really you can kind of focus within, and you can really feel your vibrations raising within your own inner being. So just wanted to add that to what you were saying. And I really enjoyed your information, Kourtney. It was very next level. You know what I'm saying? That I can really take something out of it. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, no problem. I appreciate it. I'm glad you guys enjoy the information. And I'm open for like constructive criticism. Like if there's anything in my sessions that I need to improve on, if y'all know, or if y'all want to say, hey, change this, the way you do this or that, or if you want to add something to the way I present, just let me know. I'm never
I'd like to add something.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Auntie Dee Dee. I'd like to add something. Through all the years of my studies with the master teacher and with the holy elders, I would like to add our scriptures, those translated by the master and the masters. As I had saw your message to come on, I was in El's Injil in Revelations 10, verse 1 and 2, verse 1, and the commentary is all about Gabriel. And I know the chief always says, I am the angel Gabriel, one who comes forth or prevailing for El. And it says he is the one who brings messages to man on earth. And one of his names was also Jesus, because it was he who brought salvation to man. And it goes forward like that with the beauty of word from the masters and the Michael and Jibrail themselves. And as far as the Hala, I guess this is what I was supposed to say. This rainbow is also the Hala, or aura, which is a magnetic force field that surrounds man, reflecting the intricate moods and thoughts that are changing every minute, thus affecting the various colors seen around the head and the body. The luminous rainbow is also seen emanating from the arch Elohim, whose very essence is a pure green light representing intelligence, life, and healing. And his, Gabriel's, face was as the sun, reflecting an overpowering strength, and his feet were as pillars of fire, representing the hell that those who backbite, slander, and hoard their wealth, thinking it will make them immortal. And so you're teaching about the Hala. I'd just like to add in, this is Auntie Dee Dee, that our scriptures, all translated by Chief and by the angel Gabriel and Michael, explain in many languages and detail what we're going through now and what we're blessed to be going through now. So I thank you, Kourtney, Empress Kourtney, in regard to the Hala and the aura and the powers of the chakras, and their classes on how to take that energy from the lowest seat, bring it up. I think men do it, take it all the way to the top of their brain, the Most High and the elders light it up, and then children come forward from that power. And with the women, I think he'd also said that from the lowest seat, when we get that energy and bring it back down the spinal cord and bring it to the solar plex, and we let it will emanate out as green light and bless and heal those around us who are given those gifts and those powers. And so I'm just grateful for these few words. This is Auntie Dee Dee, and I thank you all, and I love all of the OSOICE family.
Thank you, Aunt Dee Dee. That was beautiful. The scriptures, that was beautiful. And that's exactly, that was exactly on point to tie in, the title of this show, the connection between the chakras, the vibrations, the aura, all of that. So that was so just right on point. Thank you for that.
It was on page 420, Empress Kourtney, in El's Injil, page 420, where it talks about Gabriel and it talks about the holler and the aura and the powers of the green one and the green light that emanates from him and from his father. And thank you, Empress, for letting me say something.
Oh, no problem. No, this is an open platform. Everybody has a chance to add on. So that was wonderful. And I need to get that book because I do not have a copy of that. So I'll get with you offline and figure out how I can get my hands on that.
I'm sure that Chief and those particular brothers that have the books and stuff, I don't have them because I live where I live, but I'm just saying that those particular scriptures that the family would come forward with, those all of the scriptures that we need, because everything that that Baba and Chief have written in them is just food for the soul. It's just our food, and we add that in with all of our other knowledge and blessings. Thank you, Kourtney.
Thank you, Aunt Dee Dee. I really appreciate that. Peace and love.
Peace and love, Empress.
Okay, family. Anybody else? Everybody good? Everybody understood the lesson for today? And
Yeah, that was a good one.
And like I said, everybody can research and figure out how you can fine tune yourself. So, and don't forget to do your homework, which is just doing a meditation. And next time we meet, we'll all share one of our favorite personal affirmations, okay?
That's
Okay.
good.
Hooah.
Hooah. Hooah, hooah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that was wonderful. Thank you, Tink, for being
thank
the director.
I'm just you facilitator. Cool.
I'm gonna take my screen off. Are we done? We done?
Cool. We want to thank everybody for joining the call and for the elders, Elder Dee Dee, and as well as Elder Hoodery. If you all would like Hoodery, excuse me, Hoodery. Hoodery. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna get it. Hoodery. Mm-hmm. If you all would like to teach one day, or have a workshop, that'd be great. So we was thinking about Brother Manson and I was sharing that maybe we can do like a inshallah community workshop where we talk about the old days. We just kind of dialogue and break those days down. Just share to keep those stories, that part of our story alive. We would like to hear a lot of those events. So if you all would like to anytime share or want to speak to the family, please let any of us know. We'll make sure we get you online on the air.
Yeah, what a blessing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hooah. Say hooah.
Hooah.
And I agree with you, Tank. Kourtney, another thing, this was such a great lesson. I mean, I would love to hear this again. I know it's going to be online, but live, you can bring it back. One more time. Not saying, don't put it in the archives. You can bring it back again. I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no problem. And we gonna send you the link so you can put it on repeat. But this was kind of like I said last week, we went over the energy and vibration and frequency part, but I threw in the chakras this week, so it did give it a different feel, but the information was still the same. And if ever y'all want to touch on things again or go more in depth, just let me know, because I just be coming up with the ideas for the classes off the top of my head. So if there's anything you guys want me to research or help you guys create a presentation and y'all present something, just let me know.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Hey,
Thank you, Empress.
No problem. Hooah.
Hooah.
I love you guys, man. I really do. I'm feeling activated right now. I feel that good
and so
energy. Yeah, I feel that good energy. We radiating right now through these sound waves, so that's a good thing.
It's a blessing A blessing supreme. Indeed, indeed.
Yes, ma'am.
Cool. Yep. So I want to thank everyone again for joining the ATUN-RE OSOICE workshops. These workshops are held every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please contact the office if you need help getting on. The best experience to experience the workshop is downloading the Zoom app. If anyone needs any help, downloading the app and utilizing and working it, please contact one of the brothers and we can walk you through it step by step, because she's displaying a presentation. In order for you to view it properly, you got to have the app. So it's good for everyone to download the Zoom app. Well, anyone, we're going to
Yes.
wrap up and close out. Brother Musa, Master, you want to leave us with any closing remarks or affirmations or prayer?
Sure. It's a daily affirmation. Upon a lot of you may be familiar with, the affirmation of the all. So it goes, I'm in love of all love is in me. Part of all is part of me. I'm one with all is one with me. I can succeed as part, I'm sorry.
Okay.
And
Succeed as part of the all or fail as an individual.
No, yes. I can succeed as part of all, fail as an individual, and be all of the wish in the all, as long as my wish is fair in the all. I am never alone. All is, I am. All can, I can. All does, I do. Okay.
Brother,
El Kalum.
well, when you say an affirmation, you always say begin all things, by using El Kalum. That goes for anything, any prayer, anything. You have to acknowledge the all. So you were just talking about the all. You didn't, bring it in with begin all acts and thinking by using El Kalum, the all. You know what I mean?
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I get sidetracked sometimes, but I really appreciate you, Elder. Thank you. You're so correct. And that in all actions, El Kalum, thoughts, movements, and everything. I really appreciate that.
You got it.
All right, family. Thank you so much, all you guys, for your participation and listening to me and all your feedback. I really love you guys. I really appreciate it. This was an excellent class. It was even better than the last one we did last week.
It gets better and better. You shooting that jumper like chief teachers.
Kobe. Yep.
Rocking and rolling. You want to go ahead and close out? I see everybody tomorrow on tomorrow night's show. Tomorrow is a welcome home class. It's at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'll see y'all there tomorrow at 9 p.m. If anyone has any questions about OSOICE or want to join OSOICE, tomorrow's class will be the best and one of the most useful ways of getting good information. From a lot of brothers be on the newcomers class, welcome home class. So join in tomorrow, tell newcomers to chime in. We're gonna go ahead and close out. We want to say peace and love, everyone. Shaddah Da.
Peace and love. Shaddah Da.
Peace and love. Shaddah Da.
Shaddah Da.